Hi, I'm Mark from the Home Depot Rental Center. When your remodeling project needs to cut a variety of materials, including ceramic, marble, granite, or porcelain tile, we offer the MK Diamond 101 saws. These reliable and fast-cutting saws are designed to help you achieve great results, whether you are a pro or a do-it-yourselfer. Depending on the size of your tile, you can choose from the Medium 101 tile saw, which cuts tiles 20 inches long and diagonally cuts 14 inches, or the large 101 tile saw, which cuts 24-inch long tile and diagonally cuts 18-inch tile. Both saws offer the same features. Before you operate the saw, we advise that you always wear the proper protective equipment to include shatterproof glasses, steel-toed boots, and other protective gear required by the job. We also recommend that you wear approved head and ear protection. Remember when operating the saw to keep hands, feet, hair, and clothing away from all moving parts to prevent injury. And never operate the motor with covers, shrouds, or guards removed. When you're ready to use the saw, do a quick pre-start inspection. With the power off, verify that the movable cutting table moves freely. Ensure that the blade is the correct type for the material being cut. Next, inspect the water pump assembly for damage. Ensure that the cord is free from cracks and the plastic hose is tightly connected to the pump. Make sure the stand is on a flat, solid surface. For large tiles and maximum cutting length, the cutting head should be in the front pivot hole, and the post should be in the rear post retaining hole. Check with your Home Depot rental associate to make sure you have the right blade installed for the material you're cutting. If you're cutting multiple materials, you may need to change blades. Consult with your Home Depot rental associate for more info on how to do this. Now that you're set up and the blade is in place, you need to insert the water pan. Make sure the cooling transfer hose is connected to the blade guard inlet. Connect the water pump power cord to the connection found on the back of the motor. From the bottom of the water pan, remove the drain plug. Place a large empty container, and a 5-gallon bucket works well for this, under the hole for water drainage. Now place the water pump in an external container that is filled with clean water. The water pump must be underwater at all times. It is very important when operating the saw that you keep an eye on the water level or the pump will burn up. Before connecting the power, ensure that the on-off switch on the saw is in the off position. Plug the saw power cord into the supplied GFCI. Plug the GFCI into the power source. In order to avoid tripping a breaker, a 20-amp circuit breaker should be used, and you are now ready to cut tile. Turn the motor on and verify water is flowing from both sides of the blade. Remember, when cutting tile, do not force the tile into the blade, as it will stall the motor. The blade will slowly grind away the ceramic tile. Turn the motor off when you've completed the cut. For cutting straight edges, place the straight cutting guide on the edge of the cutting table. Place the tile on the cutting table, ensuring it is tight against the cutting guide and the bottom of the cutting table. For all cuts, you'll place your hands on the back side of the cutting table. Hold the tile with your fingertips and gently push it into the blade. For diagonal cuts, use the dual 45-degree flat angle guide. Place the guide over the edge of the cutting table and tighten the knob. Position the tile firmly against the dual 45-degree flat angle guide and the ruler stop. For cutting angles or miters other than 45 degrees, use the 90-degree protractor. Place the guide on the cutting table and tighten the knob. Set the desired angle of cut and tighten the thumb screw on the guide. Position the tile on the cutting table against the ruler stop and against the protractor. When your job is complete, turn the motor off and unplug from the power source. Make sure to empty the water pan and wipe down both the water pan and the saw with a damp rag. Dispose of the wastewater in accordance with applicable federal, state, and local laws. Then place the water pump in the water pan. When you're ready to transport the saw back, make sure it's safely and securely placed in your vehicle. Visit your local Home Depot or homedepot.com/rentals to learn more about the best tools for your next project.